chain so smooth, we're built to last. Check the leaderboard, it's that on top. It's the funky squad, we'll never stop. Gaming ain't easy, but we make it look tight. What's in the sack? Go with trouble tonight. Leveling up with the crew by my side. Funky gamers grooving, let's enjoy the ride. So warrior swag on blast. Combo chain so smooth, we're built to last. Check the leaderboard, who's that on top? It's the funky squad, we'll never stop. Gaming ain't easy, but we make it look tight. What's in the sack? Go with trouble tonight. Leveling up with the crew by my side. Funky gamers grooving, let's enjoy the ride. Pitches and codes, we know the game. Skilling so hard, they remember our name. Respawn, reload, we don't back down. Funky kings and queens, we wear the crown. Oh yeah! Gaming ain't easy, but we make it look tight. What's in the sack? Go with trouble tonight. Leveling up with the crew by my side. Funky gamers grooving, let's enjoy the ride. Let's enjoy the ride. Heard a Foxy in the house. Oh snap. Oh yeah. Carrie's got the joystick, making it clap. Sarah X-Man causing trouble, bringing the heat. Your wicked hot's got the moves, can't be beat. Gaming ain't easy, but we make it look tight. What's in the...
Down, start over, there we go. There we go. Here we are. What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday night. Do you know where your moms are at? We do. Welcome to another episode of Gamin Ain't Easy, episode 37. Yep, 37 episodes deep, and we are ready to go. A lot to cover tonight. Sorry for the late start. Just had a couple of us running late here, and now we're all here enjoying everybody's company. The chat is blowing up the entire time. Much love to you guys for sitting here and waiting very, very patiently. We got, hang on now. It's all my stuff is loading. Let's get everybody here to, oh my God. Now, there we go. Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Computer doing computer things. Why are you doing computer things? Damn it. There we go. Now it's all up. Now it's ready to go. We got Talos ready. We got Scott. We had Dreadpool in the room. We have Cougar Man. We got Milf Man in the house. We love you, buddy. The Demon Damio. We got everybody rolling in. And as soon as my slow-ass computer loads everybody in, I'll be able to acknowledge everybody the way they need to be acknowledged. But just know that we love you all so very much for tuning in every week. And we are so appreciative to have you here. But let's get the festivities on the road. Let's panel in here, and first we've got Mr. Perry, the Game Complainers, aka Bill. How are you feeling tonight, brother?
Pretty damn good. How about you guys?
It's
I'm just I'm running late. It's my fault. I apologize. That's all on me. But let's get the show started.
There it is. There it is. I missed your whole intro there, buddy. I apologize. So hopefully you're doing well. For whatever reason, my computer is running slow as dog shit. So I probably could have started this while we were waiting for everybody to get in and still not even missed a beat.
What kind of computer you got again?
Well, this one here is just a little Chromebook laptop.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so I have my main PC in the living room, but right now my main PC does not like my webcam nor my headset, so I'm figuring that all out, but I'm in the process of slowly but surely upgrading it anyway. Yeah. So once that's all set to go, then I'll figure out the ins and outs. It's, some components just probably need to be replaced because I haven't updated it since probably 22. So, wow. Yeah. And I mean, the thing is I didn't think about it because the whole thing is with my PC, I only really use it for gaming and then recording. Right. So right. I don't use it for anything else. So I never really thought about it. And as long as games run fine, I don't give a shit. But now it's like, okay, kind of noticing it to get bogged down in all of that. But blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing. We got Wicked Hot waiting so patiently there. So let's get the beast from the East, last but not least, into the room. How are you feeling tonight, Wicked?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, baby. It's Tuesday night. We're all here. Let's get down to it. But first, Bill.
I almost want to play, if you keep, I was just going to say, I want to play that for him if he's going to continue to use the Bill name. It's just Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Dude, I love it, dude. Give me some Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, probably just be Bill.
Just be Bill.
Give me science background with some Xbox Easter eggs popped in here.
Oh, wow.
Give me that, dude. Give me that, Perry.
Yep. And what's up, Frank? What is up, hockey fan? How you guys feeling tonight?
Yo, what's up, Cougar man?
Get the fingers up to acknowledge him. So, anywho, the typical way we get everything started here on the show. What's everybody playing on this week? It sounds like everybody's kind of been busy, but did you guys get any time in for some games? And if you did, what did you play? Perry, how about you?
I played the new 007 game, which, by the way, you know what? I'll save that for later. I played the new 007 game on PC, and it is beautiful. It actually came with my $1,100 5070 Ti graphics card. So,
no shit.
Shout out to me. And my processor, I got 2 processors. I actually got 3 processors. They all came with Lego Batman. So I have a copy for myself on PC. I gave one to my wife, and I'm going to have an extra copy I can stick up my ass later. So there you go.
There you go. I mean, an extra copy of Lego Batman. Yes, that sounds like a fun night.
Yeah, I haven't gotten around to Lego
Sounds
Batman
like a pinky
yet,
in the air kind of night, dude. Look at this guy's fucking fancy living over here.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, the graphics card is for you guys when you come down and you edit stuff, so.
Oh, I can't do it. I'm going to install LimeWire. Just wait.
Oh, God. So you want to just crash his entire network is what you're saying.
What happened on my computer? I have no idea. I don't know.
LimeWire.
I was just playing music.
You know how many fake Owen Hart falling videos that they uploaded on LimeWire?
Oh, my. Yeah, I know, because I saw almost all of them.
I know.
And the wild thing is about that, and it's such a tragic event. I hate to make any kind of light of it, but the wild thing is I was actually
the anniversary of it was 3 days ago.
Damn. Yeah, it was.
Dang.
Over the edge, yeah. But the wild thing about that was I was actually at a buddy of mine's house when that happened. We were actually watching the pay-per-view. And then it went
wild.
What happened? Okay, so listen. They said that he fell, right? And I'm laughing because I'm thinking Owen Hart, he was lowered like right to the ring, and he probably just unhooked himself and fell and hit his face or something, right?
That was again.
And then they come back and they're like, he died, and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah,
and they're like, no, he fell 90 feet and died. I was like, oh shit, that's not.
Yeah,
funny.
It was wild.
It's fucked up, man.
It was crazy.
I just thought in typical Owen fashion, because if you knew the guy, he always played pranks on people.
Yep.
I thought it was like, okay, he slipped on a banana peel moment and he was embarrassed or something, but holy shit, man.
Yeah, and especially considering that that's what they were doing with his character at the time of the Blue Blazer. It was a gag.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was all like gimmick.
Everybody did. Yeah, it was crazy. It was wild.
What year did this happen?
Night,
man. 98, I believe it was.
99.
Excellent.
Or it was 99.
99.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was 98 or 99.
Over the Edge 98 was the first one. Over the Edge 99 was the last one. 99
was the one. The last one he died. Yeah.
Damn.
That was it.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, it was awful. Well, let's shift gears and get off of that, because that's definitely a bit of a downhill
stuff.
Yeah, but Wicked, what have you been playing on this week?
Ooh, man, I have been playing some Outer Worlds 2. I've been dabbling in that a little bit over the weekend, just kind of picking and poking. And then I was ever so gracious enough to receive a code from Atari for Bubsy 4D. So I've been playing that a little bit on the side. And yeah, it's been a freaking experience. I am Bubsy's back, baby. And he's better than ever. And I'm not talking about Hess, bitch. I ain't talking about Hess.
We'll see him again in 30 years.
Yeah, and he'll be fucking back. And then again,
he'll be back in 30.
He'll be right back. It's like a meteor.
And maybe that's the trend they need to keep up with, is just wait every 30 years to do a Bubsy game, and we'll get a good one.
Yeah, that's right, dude. That's right.
So, but yeah, we were talking before going live. I do want to check that one out. So once I get around to it, I will, because it's just the notoriety of Bubsy, the Bubsy games in total is just insane. But just to see that this one's actually getting like a positive reception and people are saying, oh no, this one's actually good. It's like, holy shit, did hell just freeze over? I mean, it might have.
Oh, it did.
Oh,
it's fun.
So,
it's fun.
But yeah, definitely going to be jumping into that eventually here. But as for me, my weekend was consumed with classic gaming between the Atari 2600 and the Sega Master System. I just been playing the older stuff. I do eventually have to jump back in. I know my son and I were playing Squirrel with a Gun for a bit, got stuck. We decided to put it down for just a minute, and then we're going to jump back into that because that game is definitely a lot of fun. So I suggest everybody check it out. And before we go in to the topics for tonight, Perry, you mentioned you were playing 007. I want to mention, for anyone who follows him, and you need to follow him because, yes, obviously he's back into podcasting and everything. Make sure you're hitting up Attack the Glitcher. Follow him on Twitter because right now he's actually doing a giveaway for that game. And I believe it ends tomorrow and he's going to pick the winner. So go out of your way, follow him on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, all that good shit, and maybe get you a chance to get a copy of the new 007 and tell him your good friend Proto sent you. I think he'd appreciate it. And give him a big wink and a butt rub.
And I'm like, yeah, you see, Proto sent you.
And then he'll call me up afterwards and call me an asshole for it.
Yeah, like, it was all a plan. You see,
it was all a plan. See. So, but anywho, as Perry is stepped away for just a second, which is fine, we'll get rolling into the first topic of tonight, and it's the big one because we know coming in a week's time frame, and we will be live streaming this all out together at Perry's 10th anniversary bash of his store when we're all out there in New York. We've got an Xbox showcase coming, and we aren't going to really go into that one because the big one for at least us here immediately after that is the showcase of this game, Gears of War E-Day. And now Gears of War fans, their anticipation is really high. Gaming fans, Xbox fans, everybody across the board that even is a passing enjoyer of Gears of War is excited for this. I am absolutely one of them. I cannot wait for this game. I can't wait to see what they're going to reveal June 7th, the day before my birthday, by the way. So that'll be an awesome little early birthday present to see what Gears E-Day has in store for us. But we're not going to go in to like speculation and everything what social media is doing right now with rumors of this and rumors of that. This is literally just going to be us and our wish list / what we expect out of Gears of War E-Day, especially coming out of the last two titles that were released in the Gears of War franchise, which were Gears 5 and then Gears Tactics. This obviously will not be a RTS game like Tactics. This is going back into just being a traditional Gears game. But what are we expecting out of this? What do we hope to see? What do we expect to see going forward? And everything like that. Perry, go ahead and take us away. Give us your thoughts on what we should expect to see with you.
Oh, I expect it to be a PS5 day. No, I'm kidding. I expect this game to blow everybody away. And I expect this game to be Microsoft's big game of the year. It's going to be tough because Forza's killing it right now. But I think Gears of War, I think a lot of people will come out of the woodwork for that one. Gears of War is fantastic. They're going back to before the first game. And I just can't wait, man. I'm very excited. Anthony's excited. Frank's excited. We're all Gears of War guys. I know Noof is over the moon. He can't wait for this game either. So
right. Yeah, he was even talking about this back on the Gamin' After Dark days. So
yeah, and Talos is like over the moon for it as well. We all got to play that game once it comes out online, but
absolutely.
I just can't wait, man. I can't wait to go back to the atmosphere, the aesthetic, the old feeling of Gears of War. I like 4 and 5. They weren't bad, but the fact that they're going back and there's nothing we can really do about it. I was waiting for 6, but whatever. I'll take it, man. It seems good. There's a lot of stories to tell in that time period, so
they really do. They really do. And and what's up, Captain Catch? How you feeling? It's tuning in. Good to see you here, brother.
Captain Catch.
So then, going back to the aesthetic of the original game. Well, here instead of that, let's get Wicked's thoughts first. Then I'll get my thoughts, and then we'll go a little more in depth with it because we got obviously we're all Gears fans, always have been. So we probably have a lot of thoughts, ideas, and stuff like that. But Wicked, what are you expecting to see? What do you hope to see? And how is your excitement level on Gears of War E-Day?
Oh man, my excitement level is to the moon and back, baby. I am over the moon about this, bro. I'm just a huge Gears fan. Always have been. Have been since the series came out. And I think the fact that we're just going back to the time within the timeline that I prefer just kind of brings me back to the little kid I was when I first started playing Gears. And dude, I can't wait. I expect this to be everything and then some because there's really just no room within, honestly, maybe not even the coalition, just Xbox as a whole. They need to bank on this. And I think there's so much, this game holds so much weight within the Xbox company that it has actually the chance to be better than Forza. And I think it's potentially a game of the year contender, at least. I mean, man, I can't wait for this game. It's going to be amazing. I just can't wait to use everything like that's old school, all the old guns, it's going to be older skins. We're gonna see the relationship of Dom and Marcus when they're younger, and it's gonna be an absolute experience. I could just say that, bro. But I can't wait. We can just get more into it. Let's just jump in, baby.
Yeah, because the thing is I'm with you guys. I've been, and I'll get on camera now because I want to just show this off. But that's my OG original copy. Gears of War on the 360. This is the reason why I bought a 360. Yeah, this is how I normally keep my cases. This survived a few moves. But I have been ground level for Gears of War since the beginning. I have loved the franchise, loved the storyline. I did enjoy part 4. I haven't gone back to 5 yet. I got about halfway through it, and I gripes about the story, and then when we get into our next topic, we'll talk about that some more. And then, of course, I have Tactics. Haven't played it just yet, but once I beat 5, I will, because I do have to catch up. And as a matter of fact, because when I started up my new gamer tag on Xbox, when I jumped back into the Xbox pool, I went through and replayed not only all the Halos, but all the Gears. But I had, I had Gears of War Ultimate Edition, so it was the remake. It had the bonus content and everything on Xbox One. And I still have yet to put in the original Gears to play through this, just for the achievements, obviously. But then on top of it, just to experience the original game in all of its splendor. As far as E-Day goes, I have been incredibly excited since this was announced. That teaser trailer a few years back really just had me going. I'm like, okay, this is going to be really cool. We're finally going to experience the event that kicked off this storyline. So, and just to see the world of Sarah falling apart in that game's time frame as you're playing through it is going to be very cool, and I can't wait for that. You know, the first, you know, the earlier meetings of Dom and Marcus, and getting into their relationship and stuff like that, and just all of the other characters that are, you know, hopefully involved, you know, because there's obviously other threads and storylines, and again, we'll talk about that when we get into our next topic that happened around the time of E-Day. Hopefully they explore some of that. Who knows? There's speculation because they've really been tight-lipped about this game. You know, you got your teaser trailer, you got your images, this and that. So there's a lot of anticipation for this, and I can't wait for it. I'm super excited. Wherever it ends up, I'll end up being on day one, whether it be, you know, and I won't speculate on where it's going to end up, but where it's going to be, I'm going to be there day one. I have to, because I have, with the exception of Gears 4 and 5, I have been there day one with every other Gears game.
Yep.
So I have to. And this is the storyline that I've always wanted to see. There's one more, and again, we'll get into that in the next topic. But there's one other storyline I want to see, but this is like the major one. And obviously it is the major one because it's E-Day. This is the event. Yeah. So as far as the game itself goes, not so much everything surrounding it, but the game itself. What kind of speculation do we have? What kind of weapons do we think we're going to see? What kind of characters do we think we're going to see? What story beats might we get? Perry, take us away on that. Just give us a little bit of speculation as far as the what you feel like we might see with this game.
Well, I'm hearing that this game is about 10, 15 years before the first game. So they got plenty of room to tell plenty of stories in this whole time stretch. I'm assuming we're going to see Marcus and Dom meet for the first time, or at least squad up together for the first time.
Right.
I really don't know what to expect. I'll be honest. I mean, I love Gears of War, but I don't follow the lore. Like they have books and all this crap. I don't.
Oh yeah, they do
that stuff. But I just follow the games, like Terminator. Like there's Terminator TV shows. I just watch the movies. I don't care about all the other stuff. Like whatever.
The movie's your timeline. That's what it is.
Yeah, like the games in this are my timeline. I really think though that they should have, instead of making a sequel like 4 or 5, they should have went back and done this years ago. You know what I mean? After 3, they should have just went back and said, okay, we don't want to go forward right now, but we'll go back and tell more stories. But
wasn't it like it's Perry, sorry to cut you off, but wasn't it almost like the Halo effect with Bungie and 343, because it became the Epic, and then it was I'm sorry, what are they? The Coalition for 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Well, that is true to an extent. Well, here's the thing. The new Gears of War games are not bad.
No,
they're not bad at all. They're just not. They're just not what. It's like Terminator 1 was like the horror movie type movie, and then Terminator 2 is like the action movie. This was like the horror type movie, and then it just blended into the action. And 4 and 5 are more action based than really horror. Yeah. And I think people just want to go back to the beginning where it's horror based. It has that feel, the aesthetic, the atmosphere, like I said earlier.
Yeah, darker vibe.
That's Gears of War. That's what they want. They don't want Gears. You know what I mean? They want Gears of War, even though they call it Gears, but whatever. And I think they're going to achieve that. I think they'll be fine. I think Coalition. Let me tell you something, man. Those guys have held the banner up all these years, more than 343 or Halo Studios.
Yeah.
So you got to give Coalition a lot of credit for that. They didn't let their franchise completely go to shit like Halo. Halo is in a dumpster right now. Gears of War, not so much in the dumpster. Just they needed turn of direction, and they've made that turn. They recognized it early that they had a problem, and they course corrected it with this. So let's see where they go. You know, but definitely not in the ballpark of Halo right now. Halo is Halo needs to be rehabbed really bad. Like they need something. But
Halo's got to go away for a little bit. Halo's got to go away for a little bit better.
Halo,
and then come back.
Halo doesn't have to go away. Halo just needs people to sit down and think for 5 minutes and write a goddamn story. That's all Halo needs. It doesn't need to go anywhere. Because
see,
to
to
be
get
honest
all right,
with you, they fucked it up
Go ahead.
so bad that it feels like there hasn't been a Halo since Halo Reach. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
All right,
Feels
so
like Gears is a great game.
to get into that for real quick, because I'm also a massive Halo fan. I've mentioned that numerous times. I agree with that to an extent. 4 and 5 were trash. I enjoyed Infinite, but it just seemed like they lost their way and didn't even know what they wanted to do with the story and everything like that. Yeah,
I like 4 a lot.
I think what they're attempting to do is re-release again now of campaign evolved. I think maybe that's going to be their great reset. But we can talk about that when we get there.
Really quick, I get what you're saying, and that's probably what they're doing. But the thing is, like, dude, I'm going to be like 7 years old when I release Halo 3 Remake. Like, we're never going to get a new fucking Halo game. Like, they got to just sit down with like 10 people and write a story and just make a new game. Like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of waiting. So let's do this. You know what I mean? Release this game. Yeah. Ooh, it's the 25th. It's Halo, and then make a new one. Retcon 5 or whatever you got to do. Retcon 4 and then start again.
No, keep 4.
It'll always be there. You can always play it. Resident Evil 3.
I love
4. But you could just retcon all that stuff. You don't even have to call it 4. Just call it something else and just have it connect. Like they were going to do Alien 5 that was going to retcon Alien 3.
Yo, we can retcon 5. I have no problem with that. That thing could go in a fucking landfill.
Just make a different timeline. Like they do it for all these other things. So just make a different timeline and fix all that stuff. Or if you're going to do these remasters,
egg salad.
If you're going to do these remasters, get them out quick and retcon the damn story while you're making those games. And then make another 4 or whatever. I don't know. But Halo, like I'm not waiting until I'm 75, 80 years old to play Halo 3 Remake. Like, we got to hurry up.
Why not? Just wait.
Well, we've sidetracked a bit. Let's bring it right back around. Wicked. So the same question for Perry about Gears E-Day. Okay. You know, the kind of stuff you're anticipating and, you know, what kind of stuff are you looking forward to that might potentially be in this game?
Okay. For me, I'm gonna take a little bit of a different approach. I am not too worried about the story. I think the game is in good hands. I think they're gonna do a good job. I think they know what we need to see in this game to keep this franchise going. Because the flame is almost out. You got to feed the flame, baby, and we are the fire, motherfuckers. Yep. But I'm going to talk more or less on the multiplayer and maybe just some mechanics real quick that I really want them to bring over. And it's really just no slight at the original jank that came with the Gears of War game, and then a little bit on Gears of War 2. Naturally, in 3, it started to smoothen out. 4 was a lot more fast-paced. 5, they nailed it. It's a lot more quicker, especially for casual people just wanting to jump in. You get a lot more of an instant action instead of the respawn, the jank, the wall bouncing, stuff like that. It's a little bit more fluid in the later series. I think they have to bring that pace over. You can clearly tell it just didn't even resonate in the Gears of War Reloaded, because while people are playing multiplayer, I'm a Gears fan, but I'm so accustomed of the faster pace ones now, where the jank just fucks me up. I can kill you a little bit, but I'm probably gonna end up being a little bitch and just lancering your ass instead of being a man and trying to dash you and go out. You know what I mean? Like, it just, the jank kind of messes with you, and especially in this day and age. So they really need to bring that fast pace with it. I think that this concept might work, but you have to have a Carmine in the bunch. Let's do
absolutely
3-player co-op. I think 4 would be stretching it just based off lore and the amount of people you would have to bring in screen with just Gears of War people. I think 3 works. You, Marcus, Dom, and a Carmine. There's always
a Carmine.
I don't give a shit if it's Grandpa Carmine. Put them in.
Or you need 4 people. This 3-player shit's got to go.
Listen. But then we got to then 2 people got to be 2 Carmines. All right. We'll flip a
you
coin.
Don't have Carmine. Later. You have like a relative of his that's not even called Carmine. Like
he's Carmine. He's got Carmine. He's a
you could do something.
All right.
And remember,
we'll
Kim is going to be in this game. You know, he didn't last too
you
long in
got
the first
Kim.
game.
Oh man, dude. Maybe he'll have hair. Who knows? One thing I did want, I hope they do a lot of different skins, you know, for the characters. I hope you get newer ones, you get older ones, ones from different games on the multiplayer. I think that might keep like older fans interested, whether it's a microtransaction, but you could earn in-game currency in 5. So let's take that idea over. I earn in-game currency by playing the game. I buy the skins with the in-game currency and I apply them and I play with them. I think you got to bring that. This is really one thing, and it might be just me. I like the option when you play to either play. It doesn't matter what it is, but it's mostly multiplayer. You can either pick a Lancer. I want the original OG Hammer Burst because it's different than the other ones. And I want the retro Lancer. I want to charge a motherfucker on community game night and be like,
it's just bayonet the shit out of somebody.
Got him.
Hey, maybe in the storyline he'll build the retro Lancer or have it built for him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, that would be dope. That would be absolutely fire. Another thing is I've grown accustomed to it. I used to hate it. I like the reaching over the barriers. Like, say if you're a guy right here, say if you pull up and there's a locust, you can reach him, drag him over, pop him. Or you can jump over, boot him, and he's stunned, pop him. I need that in that game. This is one thing, and maybe people are going to hate me. I'd love your opinion on this, guys, but this is just me. I'm more of a simple man. Bring back Horde, but more like Gears of War 2. Chat, you can scold me for that one.
Good.
I feel like Gears 5, you can really just cheese it after a certain point if you guys are all on the same page. Like, if you're all just Gears heads, you can kind of cheese it with a bunch of, like, turrets and stuff to where
for sure.
2 felt more like you're running and gunning using advantages on the map based off angles and playing specific objects and then like circusing them. It was more of a strategy instead of like a, hey, let's just hunker down there. Let's get some money, put some barricades down. They'll never touch us after fucking wave 8. You know what I mean? They'll never get to us. That was a big thing. And yeah, that was all I had. Sorry, I rambled, but that is all I.
No, that's fine, man. It's a podcast. That's what we're here for, to ramble about shit.
It's a fucking podcast, guys.
Yeah. So, I will say that I love all the points you guys are hitting, and especially Wicked going into the technical aspects of it. And I do agree with, like, if we get a Horde mode, which I'm sure that's going to definitely be included, we need it to be more along the lines of Gears 2, because it was like, it was perfect, man. And it was the first time they introduced it, and everybody else who was doing Horde modes, whether it be Halo's Firefight or the War for Cybertron games, Escalation stuff, all of them copied Gears 2 because they had it right out of the gate. And I will agree that, like, later on, it was a bit faster pace, and then 5, you can definitely cheese it for sure. So I would definitely like that kind of thing in a Horde mode to be a bit more methodical, you know?
Yep.
I definitely agree.
One level. Remember the Avalanche level in Gears 2?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So it has the stairs. Yep. We would use the stairs, that one angle with the stairs on one side or the other side, and then use that and then run around and then circus them, bang them out, come back, do the same
just
thing.
as a choke point.
Oh yeah.
But for me, all of my stuff would have to be in like storyline, you know, because I want to, again, I really want to see the events of E-Day. It's something that they've been building up to since the first game. They've mentioned it numerous times. Obviously, it's the main plot point. This is the event that causes the franchise. So I really want it to really own in on the story. I would like for them to maybe do some build where they're going to talk more about wars, because unlike you, Perry, I'm huge into the lore. I love the lore of this franchise, and I would really love for them to build the Pendulum Wars, even though that's an event prior to this, maybe it'll lead to us maybe getting a game based on it, which is something I've always wanted to see.
They're definitely going to do that. That might even be DLC or something down the line if this game.
And that would
really
be awesome.
off.
I'd be all about it. But I really want to see how the COG and the UIR interact when this happens, because they obviously, have a reluctant truce at the start of E-Day and stuff like that, because obviously now you're facing a greater threat. But I would really love to see that. The story between Dom and Marcus would be great. I'd like to see how Kim earned his rank, stuff like that. Of course, like Wicked said, there has to be a Carmine involved. Has to be. And unfortunately, this Carmine, much like every other one except for God, what the hell was his name in 3? The big one. I can't remember his name. Ooh. But the one who survived. He was the only one who survived.
It's not Kragan, is it?
No. But I want to say it started with a C.
Fuck. Oh man, I can't remember because it's Anthony, there's Benjamin, right?
Yeah, Anthony Benjamin, and I can't remember
Clayton.
Clayton.
It's Clayton, or formerly known as
Clayton Carmine. He's the guy.
And he was a badass too. He was my favorite one, just because he was such a badass.
Did you say he was badass? Did you say he was a fat ass? Because either one.
No,
he's got both.
Both.
Damn, bro.
He was a big boy. The other Carmines were like, you could definitely tell that they were like the littler dudes, like, almost like Steve Rogers early on before he becomes captain.
This guy is the big Dick Dudley of the Carmines.
Yeah.
You're gonna need some verification pictures.
But Clayton was a badass. But we are, our Carmine has to be there. God, what the hell was his name? The not the general. Fuck, I can't remember his name. The guy who's spouting the order in the first game. I just played this stuff, but now I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, Hoffman?
I get on Hoffman. I want to see a younger Hoffman. And then I would actually even like to see, and again, these names are escaping me, and I literally just played through these games like 2-3 months ago. But it's like the main antagonist, the human antagonist in Judgment, the guy who actually put them all on trial.
Right.
Oh my God! What the fuck is that guy's name?
I'd like to see him, pop in too, because it's gonna.
His name.
Hey, I gotta Google it.
Dude, I liked Judgment. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna put my.
We're gonna get in. No, hold it. Don't get into that now. We're gonna get into that in the next topic.
All right, hold on. While you do that, I'm gonna take a piss. I'm gonna take a piss real quick because this is gonna get intense. I'm gonna start throwing hands.
Oh God, it's not gonna be throwing hands. We all get along here. So, but yeah, I am Googling his name because it is bothering the hell out of me. Chat, if you remember the human antagonist of Judgment, the guy who puts Baird's unit on trial, please drop it in the chat before I find it, because it's going to really bother the ever-loving hell out of me. Synopsis.
Colonel Ezra Loomis.
That's it, Loomis. Yep. Yeah, I just got there. So yeah, Loomis.
Good old AR.
And I'd like to see him make an appearance, and I'd also even like to see Paddock make an appearance too. And then he was also in 5 briefly. He was a UIR guy, but I want to see story beats. This is what has me really like chomping at the bit, is just the story, because it's such a good storyline. It's a dark storyline. It's, it just fits so much. Piggles in here asking if he's related to Dr. Loomis. Well, if we see a Michael Myers pop in at any point in time, we know that that's confirmed.
They probably just stole the name like they always do.
Right. But yeah, there's just so much that like you can build off of. And those were just, and again, it's a podcast, we're rambling. That's what we do. But those are some of my thoughts, what I'm wanting to see out of it. Gameplay. Yes. Let's give us, I almost, I know Wicked had mentioned that some of the earlier games were jank. I almost want to see, with the exception of the over the cover grab. I would actually like to see it go back to being a bit more methodical and a bit less action paced, because obviously it'll fit the mood and the vibe of the game or the story. So I would definitely like to maybe see it be a bit slower paced. And you mentioned the Retro Lancer. I would really like them talk about the Retro Lancer like retroactively as they're introducing the newer Lancers with the chainsaw bayonet, like talking about it being an upgrade or something. But these are all little story beats, this, that, and the other thing. Obviously, we can anticipate, we can speculate, and do all of that all day long. But we will definitely know more coming up here in another week's time, and that'll be great. But we're going to go ahead. Any last thoughts on E-Day before we move on to our next topic?
No chance.
No.
Not all right. So we've said our piece. Can't wait. We're all super excited. We're all very, very well-known Gears fans here. So we're going to go ahead and move into the next topic. And now, normally on this show lately, we've been revisiting old consoles, but in the spirit of Gears E-Day, we are going to go ahead and just revisit the franchise, start to finish. Let's talk about some of our favorite games, our favorite experiences with the games. Were we there at the launches, this, that, and the other thing? Obviously, some of it will be truncated because we've got 7 games to go. But we'll just go ahead and give everything about it. Wicked, go ahead and take us off at the start here. Gears of War, what does it mean to you? Were you there at the launches and all of that kind of stuff? And then as we go on further, we'll talk about the different experiences and the different games, what ones we may have liked that maybe others didn't, this and that, Diamonds in the Rough, that kind of stuff. And then at the end, we'll go into, being that there's only 7 Gears games, because I'm not going to count the Funko Pop game, because that came and went like a wet fart. But we'll do top three Gears games at the end of all of this. So go ahead and start with your initial experiences and everything. Wicked.
My God. Well, I'm so sorry. Gears of War means everything to me. And it's, in my mind, it represents a big piece of the pie at Xbox. It just, when I think Gears, I just think Xbox. I think about my memories. This game holds a lot of memories. I was hanging out at this one kid's house, and I was in 8th grade when this came out. I didn't get it right at launch. I got it that Christmas because it came out in November.
Okay.
I got it that Christmas. My buddy had an older brother who was a senior in high school at that time, and he had an Xbox 360 as well, and he had this game. So I got to see it, and I was like, bro, I gotta put that on the Christmas list. After watching him and I got to experience it a little bit here, I was like, I need that. I just being a young, like I was how old are you? You're basically like 13, 14 in 8th grade. So just kind of starting to kind of find out the kind of gamer I am. This game came along and I feel like it just kind of checked off every box. It was a cool new shooter with a different approach. You were over the shoulder. You were taking cover. There was like a cool janky kind of bouncing to it. The chainsaw effect, the dark grim environments, the coloring, and how it was like, they had the horror aspect to it, and just the story and the nature of it. And it's like, it's action packed. And then it's like, you save the day, and then it's like, oh my God, your buddy dies, and it's like, oh my God, this happens, and it's like, it's just an absolute roller coaster experience. And it's just a game that I would advise anybody that is gaming nowadays to play this, because it's something that you're gonna look back on and be like, hey, I'm glad I played that. It was such a great experience all around. And there's not a lot of games nowadays that give you multiplayer and a story at the same time. So you gotta appreciate that aspect, even though it was well overlooked when it came out. But yeah, man, this game means so much to me, man. This whole franchise does. But it all started.
Okay. All right. What about you, Perry?
Oh, I was there when it launched. I was working at Best Buy, and I tell the story all the time. We had people that literally walked in and they had no idea what Gears was, had no idea what Xbox was. They saw the trailer and they were like, I need that chainsaw game, and I need whatever machine that plays it. and that was like that was crazy.
Okay.
So I was there at launch, but in a different way. I had pirated all the fucking games that came out on Xbox 360. So I had Gears of War like a couple days early. I had Gears of War 2 2 weeks early.
No shit.
It got put out 2 weeks early online. You talk about Microsoft leaks, huh? Those leaks
I got
were,
my Gears 2 at 7-Eleven.
Those leaks were a lot better 20 years ago than they are today. I'll just say
they definitely were.
But like Gears of War 1, like, it's just crazy game, man. Just it was different from what we've seen before. You know what I mean? It was they took the cover shooter type thing and they actually made it into a genre. There were games that had that before, but like no one relied on it. But this was awesome. I mean, it was like it felt like you were in the war and you had the Xbox 360 with next generation graphics, and you're like, holy shit, like I can't do this on any other machine at the time. The music was there.
Oh man,
the characters were there. Like they cared about this game. They cared about making a great game. You know, now they make games and they're not as good. Like the ambience isn't there, the freaking sound isn't there, the music isn't there. The music is on cue in this game. Like it's on point. The atmosphere, the aesthetic. I keep bringing that up, but that's what this game was. I mean, it was a whole.
It really was.
And in Gears of War 2, like I said, I got 2 weeks early, so I didn't buy it day one. But, man, when you're in the, you're inside the monster and you got to cut the veins and everything, and then the blood's filling up, and you got to get the hell out of there before you drown. Like that's crazy, man.
That was wild. Yeah, I remember that.
That was freaking crazy. And then Gears of War 3, even though it did get leaked, I still did go to the store at midnight and buy it. And that game was fantastic.
It was. It was. Definitely was.
Definitely the end of the franchise. Or so we thought. Even though I said they're going to make 4. I argued with Anthony about this. I was like, they're making Gears 4, Anthony. He's like, they're not going to do that. Cliffy B said they want. I was like, money talks, Anthony.
This is true.
And then when Gears of 4 was announced, Gears of War 4 was announced, he was like, oh, I guess they made it.
But before that, we got Judgment, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But so there was definitely stuff, but that was definitely like the first like prequel to the first game, because now obviously E-Day is the penultimate prequel because it's E-Day, but Judgment was set prior to those events as well. But yeah, man, yeah. Anything else?
For me, no, but I did. I ended up buying all the games anyway, and I was there for launch on Gears 4 and Gears 5. So the 3 games, Gears 3, 4, 5, I was buying those. Gears of War Judgment also got leaked about a month early, and Frank and I made a video where we were trying to sign in on Xbox Live with the game.
Oh.
And we were begging Microsoft to ban us. We were like, ban us now.
Oh my God.
It wouldn't connect to the servers, but they could tell that you were online with the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it was funny. We have a video of that somewhere. I got to find it. But we're screaming at the TV, ban us. We want to get, because I had a 360 that I was like repairing. So I was like, I don't care, Frank. So we hacked it, put the game in there. We're like, let's see what happens. And they wouldn't ban the console.
Huh. You guys dodged the ban hammer, huh?
Well, we were begging for it because we were like, this console sucks anyway. We got to repair it and all this stuff. Just ban us. They didn't ban us.
Maybe they knew offhand that they don't care about this one, so we just don't care.
Yeah, that's
man. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll go into mine here because I was about a week or so late to this party, and I'll tell you why. Because I remember my brother, the Glitcher, he actually got his 360 first, and he got Gears of War. And I watched him play it. I'm like, yeah, I got to get my hands on this game. But I was literally at the time I was salaried, so I wasn't going to get paid again until the end of the month. So I had to wait till I got paid. But the second I got paid, first thing I did was a 360 and Gears of War. So, and again, the experience is much like you guys. That first game, the atmosphere, the gameplay itself, the fact that, you know, I've been a fan of Epic Games, particularly Cliffy B, because I'm a huge Unreal fan. I was really all about this game, you know, to start with. I'm like, oh, wow, the dude who did Unreal is doing something new, and we're getting this, you know. And then the fact that, God, what the hell is Marcus's voice actor's name? DiMaggio, you know, so like Bender.
It's Jake the
and
dog.
shit like that. And Jake the dog, you know, where, you know, doing Marcus's voice, and it was so gritty. It was so cool. The gameplay was just visceral. I loved it. You talked about atmosphere, the soundtrack, and everything like that. When I was replaying these games, particularly when I did the Ultimate Edition and then went back and played Reloaded, I was telling the wife, this is like a Danny Elfman soundtrack, you know, like a Danny Elfman score. You know, it was done that well. Just like so much care and thought was into like that first game to make it something special. And then of course, yeah, it continued with 2 and 3. And I was there at midnight launches for both 2 and 3. So it was like I was already hooked after the first one. And when I knew the sequels were coming, of course I was there. We had and I'm trying to remember, and I'll have to go one of these times, if he and I, if that was your Halo 3 or Gears 2, where we were in line and we were just messing with people, because we had a GameStop like 5 minutes away from us. So we went like an hour ahead just to sit, you know, just to out and just BS. And we were just messing with people in line and just having a good time, and then brought the game home. And then of course I was downstairs, he was upstairs, and we immediately set up everything online and just, you know, played like all night long, which was awesome. And that's how it was for 2 and 3. And then, you know, I was there also day one for Judgment, because again, I was excited about the prospect of getting a different story. Yes, I love the characters of Marcus and Dom and this and that, and the main story of Gears, but Judgment had me excited because I'm like, oh, we're going to learn the other side of it. We're going to see, and we're going to see Coltrane and this and that. And it was like really cool. And super excited for that. And then after that, I jumped out of the Xbox pool. I've told this story a bunch of times, where it was like I had issues with my original gamer tag, you know, due to a vindictive ex. And I jumped out of the Xbox pool for a while until, God, was it 2021 is when I jumped back in, got my hands on a couple of Xbox Ones really cheap, set everything up. And the first thing I did, and what's up, Anthony? How you doing? Popping into the chat. He says he wants to see some Gears now. We got to wait one more week, my friend. We got one more week to wait.
We'll all be together. So if something bad happens, there'll be fist fights and they'll be screaming and yelling, and it'll all be on camera. So there you go.
It'll be great. It'll be great. But, you know, when I jumped back in, the first thing I made sure I did was get the Gears of War games I missed, because it was like, you know, Gears 4 and Gears 5. Tactics, I don't think had released yet, but I did buy that when it came out. But I remember firing up Gears 4 when I jumped back into the to the Xbox pool with my son, because he had watched me play the original ones. Never really dabbled in it himself. Originally, he was more of a Halo and Call of Duty kid, so that's what we played together. But when Gears 4 and he started watching this, you know, started watching me play 4. And he was like, oh, this is really cool. I want to get into this. And I just remember there were many days where I just sat and played Horde, you know, and had fun with that. So Gears 4 was really good. 5, I've mentioned previously, is where I'm halfway through it. I have to go back and finish it because I do want to finish all the games before E-Day comes out. But 5... gameplay is amazing, just like all the other ones. The gameplay is good, and I will say that Coalition did.
Oh, he's gone.
343.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they really dropped the ball after Bungie left, but did what they did. But 5,
You
What's
sure
that?
about that? Because I got cursed out by the Red Dragon for saying that, and then 2 days later, it came out that Bungie lost Sony a shit ton of money. So, shout out to that guy.
Well, Bungie is a whole
Not
different.
really, but you know what I mean.
Right? Yeah. No, I got you. No, Bungie's a whole different animal. Like when Bungie had Halo, they could do no wrong. After they stepped away and started farting around with Destiny, and now this
That
you know,
was
and
it,
now
man.
the
It was
marathon.
over.
That was it. Like, and I like Destiny. I like the first Destiny game. You know, Coalition really at least kept the gameplay in there, because whereas 5 lost me with its story, because I just the character of Kate, the daughter or the granddaughter of Queen Mira.
Yeah,
I love the concept. Yeah, I love the concept. She's an insufferable character. She is as poorly written as and Dina are in The Last of Us 2. That's how I feel about her. She is just
Dina was
that
bad.
poorly written.
Well, that was Phil Spencer, you know, throwing his little weight around.
But at the same time, I'll go back and finish it, because I do have to finish that, and then of course play through Gears Tactics. But the franchise as a whole, for me, was always just special. It was really, like you guys mentioned, it was something we hadn't seen before. We saw elements here and there in different games. Obviously, the over-the-shoulder gameplay came from Resident Evil 4. Cliffy B famously acknowledged that that was one of his biggest influences for the first Gears game. The cover system really was borrowed heavily from a Winback, which I believe was a PS2 title. But the marriage of those two gameplay styles just came together so perfectly here. And just, I don't think that there couldn't have been a more perfect time for the, you know, for the Gears of War, the original game, and then the franchise as a whole to just come out. It was just like lightning in a bottle. And it was just done so well. So that's where I'm at with that. I love Gears. And like I said, when we were talking about E-Day, I will be there day one, wherever E-Day will be. And hopefully it just lives up to all of our expectations. But the Gears of War franchise, now, and I'll start with you, Perry. In your eyes, before we get into our top 3 favorite games of the Gears of War franchise, do you say that this franchise would have lived up to all of your expectations over the years?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, it's the first 3 are timeless. I mean, they hold the test of time, and they just re-released the first game, and you know, it didn't sell like crazy numbers, but people did pick it up again, and they had fun with it, and it was great. So, it's a franchise that'll never really die as long as they treat it right. And yeah, like I said, they went in a direction, and they turned the car around before they completely crashed it, unlike Halo. Yeah. And I think Gears of War will be fine as long as you have people that are working on the game that love the game. And I think that you know, it has a better shot of making it out of the you know, the burial that is Halo, or any other game that has had 100 million sequels out there, not just on Xbox, but on any platform. You know, there's games that have 100 sequels and they all suck. You know, the first few of them are good, and then it goes downhill. Gears of War, like I said, they almost went that way, and they turned the car around quick, and I think that they'll be all right.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. What about you, Wicked? Has it, you know, as a franchise, lived up to your expectations?
I think for the most part it has. I think in the later years, I think it kind of lost its flame a little bit, so to speak. They kind of, it's not that the later games aren't good. It's just they kind of took a back seat on what the soul of Gears of War really was.
Yep.
And that was that little bit of that sprinkle on top with that horror element, just to make you hesitate a little bit. It's not just, hey, there's a door, we don't know what's back there, let's just run right through it. It's like, no, maybe we should move slow a little bit. There might be something else back there. I think that's where it's really gonna excel. We need that, but yeah, I just kind of lost my train of thought. But
that's fine.
I have no idea. I don't even know.
We'll end up back on the rails eventually.
Gotcha. But no, I don't have anything else to say then. I can't remember. I'm just lost my train of thought.
Hell. All right. Well, for me, for the most part, I feel like, I will echo your guys' sentiment and say that it definitely has, like, there, again, I even really enjoyed 4. I did like the post, like, fallout of the Locust War kind of thing they had going on with part 4. 5, again, once I go back and finish it, I'll be able to give like a better kind of like, I don't know, I guess you would say like a better kind of like my feelings towards it. But it, like, the writing of who ended up becoming the lead character, Kate, the granddaughter of Queen Mira, really bothered me. It's like, and they had some real interesting concepts in 5, like the whole thing about, JD ordering the hammer strike initially, and this, that, and the other thing. I thought that was really cool, but it took a back seat to them really, really trying to push this Kate character. And like I said, just poorly written, and just was not a character I was vibing with at all whatsoever. And anytime you're going to cram that kind of character down anybody's throats, you're going to get some kind of backlash. But, it just goes to show where it went for a while. Instead of seeing a follow-up to Gears 5, we ended up getting Tactics, which was, again, more like a prequel. And then, now we're getting E-Day, so they didn't follow up that storyline. So like Perry said, they're kind of writing course right away. Would I like for them to maybe finish up that arc eventually? Maybe. And Frank says it really good here.
Oh, I need it. I need it too. But Frodo, I do remember my thoughts. Once you're done with
go
yours,
ahead.
I do remember my thoughts.
Yeah,
no, you finish. You finish it, bro. You finish.
Okay, but Frank says it here. By Gears 4 and 5, the characters were desensitized as a locust swarm, and it wasn't scary. And that I agree with. And that's actually a really good point. They're so used to it. And what Talos is saying here, and I'm, the way I'm taking this is he didn't enjoy the DBs, the robots that were the enemies in 4 and 5 for the most part. I can see that because you were expecting locusts and now you're fighting robots. But what I did dig about that is, again, this was the post-Locust War world that we were getting, and now it's just like, now we're dealing with something different. But I feel like they just dropped the ball with 5 a bit. Once I go back and finish it, like I said, I'll give clearer thoughts. But where I'm at right now, and I just was not digging the Kate character. The visuals of the game were amazing. The gameplay was amazing. It was just that story. And I think that's what Gears needs, is you have to have all 3 working in cohesion to give us a really good Gears of War experience. You got to have the story, you got to have the gameplay, and you've got to just have that atmosphere, So, but, I am really confident in E-Day and, just the little teasers that we've gotten. And I will be super happy to see what we are going to see come June 7th. But as far as the franchise, for the most part, it has lived up to my expectations. I had no expectations going into it. I'd seen trailers, like, oh, this looks really cool. And then once I saw the gameplay, I'm like, yeah, I need this game. And then I was hooked from there on. Yeah. And we got Anthony coming in here saying that he would have been interested. He'd be interested in what Cliffy would have done with the flying locust. I stuck around for Gears 4. That is something that always interested me too. Like originally what Cliffy's idea would have been for Gears 4. That would have been really cool. Maybe somewhere down the line they make nice or something. They give us some kind of weird alternate Gears 4 director's cut kind of thing. Who knows? And Frank coming in here saying about E-Day, that it's going to be cool because the locusts will be scary. Yes, this is going, I imagine it's going to lean very hard into the horror elements, which is what Gears was really built off, especially in the first and second one. So, but yeah, the franchise as a whole has been it's one of those rare things where it was a new untested IP coming from a studio that had a pedigree coming off of Unreal with Epic Games. But then they just took it and ran with it. And Microsoft was very smart in locking this down in the early days and making sure that this was exclusive, making sure that this was the reason that people migrated over to the Xbox 360 and that platform. That was real smart, and it was a good move. And it got a lot of people to jump into the Xbox 360 pool. I was one of them, So it was the reason why I had to buy it. So, all right, before we move on to, of course, getting in questions for Game Pass Man and stuff, and we'll put our love for Gears of War to bed for now. Yeah. Let's go ahead and give our top 3 Gears of War games of all time. So, Perry, you lead us off. If you were stuck on a desert island with only 3 Gears of War to play, what would it be? And let it rip.
I would say the first 3, that would be it. An alternate would probably be Hive Busters.
Okay. Fair enough. It's short, sweet, and to the point. What are you, Wicked?
All right. I'm taking 3 with me. Number 3, Gears 5. Number 2, Gears 1. Number 1, Gears 2, baby.
There you go.
That's what I'm taking.
There you go. Short, sweet, and to the point again. For me, this is tough because the original Gears 1 is going to be at the top of my list. That's just easy. It's still because it holds that much reverence for me. And I revisit that one the most to this day. Gears 2 right behind it because it was just the perfect continuation of the story from the first one. And then, of course, the gut punch that was Dom actually finding his wife was a real good story beat. And then for me, the third one, and this is tough because I loved Gears 3 and I loved Gears 4, but I'm going to have to say Judgment because I feel like Gears Judgment is often overlooked. It gives me the same kind of feeling that Halo 3 ODST gives me because I really loved ODST, but I love Judgment because it offered something new, unique. It gave us a new perspective. It gave us a different look. It gave us a look at the squad and their story. And that's definitely something that I appreciated. So I'm going to have to say 1, then 2, then Judgment. And with an honorable mention, if I could sneak one in the prison pocket, it would definitely be Gears 3.
Damn, Sonny. I got to say, though, because I don't want to make it long, but I actually was a fan of Gears 5, and I know I'm on the opposite side of the fence on this one. I actually did like Kate as a character. I liked the direction of the story, and I was enjoying it up until now, the end, where probably, I don't know if we'll ever figure it out or what decision they'll make. But in regards to that, I liked 5. I did not like the direction of 4, and I agree with Frank with the desensitizing. Like the robots never. I thought it was a great game, but the robots never really resonated with me.
The Force Awakens, but just Gears of War.
Yeah, it was more like a Civil War kind of thing going on, more than like, hey, let's beat the crap out of these locusts and make them never come back again. But yeah, I liked 5 overall. And Judgment, I think Judgment's a great game. Especially
I love Judgment. Yeah, and what I really liked about Judgment and what set it apart from the other games, because it did something different, was the fact that it was like the missions felt a bit more bite-sized. It wasn't free-flowing. It almost had like an arcadey kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And then the fact that you could even increase the difficulty by finding the Gears logo. I forget what they called this. Not the Crimson Idol, because that's a Wasp record.
The Omen?
It was the Omen, the Crimson Omen. So, and you find that, and then it makes it more challenging, and it pushed what you could do in that game and stuff. And I thought that was a really cool concept. And like I said, I love the story. I love the fact that we saw Kilo Squad, we saw Damon and Cole, and I forget the girl's name to save my life, and that's going to bother the shit out of me. And then Paddock, and then the fact
Anya.
that
Talking about my girl Anya, bro.
No. That's not Anya. That's not Anya in Judgment.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about in a different game. Judgment. Damn.
No. Judgment. The redhead. I can't remember her name to save my life. But
I can't remember either. I know I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
But then you're dealing with Loomis and the fact that he's a high-ranking guy in the midst of this war, and he's putting these people on trial for disobeying orders, and it's just wild to me. I always thought that was a cool concept, and I don't think Judgment gets enough respect. I think if people go revisit Judgment, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. So,
for sure,
but that's
a good game.
But that is definitely enough of my yapping about Gears of War. We are super excited for Gears of War in general, E-Day especially, because it's coming. But this franchise does obviously mean a lot to us. It obviously means a lot to you guys by just going through in the chat the way you have. It's awesome to see. So let's keep that up. Let's keep that energy up. But we know what time it is. It's time to start getting your questions ready for Game Pass, man. So start dropping them in the chat.
Yep, hold on. I think I got to unlock the door.
Crap.
Out. I got to go put the cookies and the milk out. BRB, guys.
Put the cookies and the milk out for Game Pass, man. So, but yeah, get those questions ready in the chat for Game Pass, man. And let's hear what you got to ask. And then, Talos coming in here saying we might get guns from Judgment. That would be really cool. I'm super about that wholeheartedly. But of course, we are at that time in the show. And I got to put this picture up for it because I think it's fitting. If it's going to load, come on. Oh my God, this thing is so, there we go. I'm going to get this one in there. I'll have the other one on standby. But I think this is probably very fitting for Game Pass, man, when he comes in here. If it's going to fucking load. Come on now. There we go. Is it coming? Is it coming?
What the hell?
Game Pass, man, is on his way. So get your... I got the other one. I don't want to jump to it right away, but I want to make sure I get it in here. Yeah, it'll jump to it right away, whatever. I don't even give a damn. And then I'll just put that one up first. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. These are like perfect, like, ass man images here. And this one, you know, of course, whatever showdown he and eShop are going to have.
Have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but somebody's face ends up that way. But there we go. Right there. We'll go back. Oh, man.
All right.
There he is.
Let's get it down, baby. It's Game Pass, man. And wait, someone left cookies and milk. What is this? Look at
The cookies and milk.
We got cookies. We got milk. Oh yeah, bro. Fuck yeah.
Oh my God! I've never seen somebody. Never seen somebody get so excited.
What the hell?
You're gonna be good. Don't choke.
We're good. We're really fine. We're doing great. I'm out with my boys from the Microsoft office. As you can see, we're going somewhere pretty fancy. As you can tell, couple of rich entrepreneurs and their dates in there. But I figured I'd get a little snack, you know. That way I can save some money inside. I'm going to stuff as much free bread in my pants as I can. I'm going to go home with that, I swear to God. then I'm going to be able to keep up with Daddy tonight. But let's answer some questions. I think I'm here a little bit early.
Yeah, let's get some questions. Let's get some questions in here. We got one coming in from Scott right away here. All right.
Hey, Game Pass, man. Your sidekick name, Tiny Toons? No. My sidekick is the Core Boy Wonder, and he will reveal himself one of these days. But he's just a little shy little guy. But the Core Boy Wonder is no man to be fucked with. Let me tell you, when he puts his feet in the sand, he means business. I wouldn't want to cross that guy. No way, no how. They put him in the Microsoft basement because they don't give a fuck about him. And you want to know where his bedroom is? It's in the attic. They don't give a shit about the guy. He's ready to go out there, baby. He's gonna take everybody out. Watch out. Watch yourself, kid. Don't slander his name.
So they hide him in the basement, but then they make him go to bed in the attic.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because both places suck. Just like that's exactly what they think of the guy. They go, you're never as good, and they want him to go up there, especially in the summertime. It gets hot up there. The core boy want to be sweating.
Man, I'm already feeling bad for Core Boy, and we haven't even met him yet.
No, you haven't even met him yet. No chance. Yes.
So I will take the lead here and have a question for you, because it seems like we're waiting for the rest of our chat here to get some questions in for you. But so we are coming up to two big showcases on the 7th. What are your thoughts on that, Game Pass man?
Ooh, it's gonna be a big show. Just like me, I saw the SpongeBob movie, and I'm a big guy now, and it's gonna be a big show for big guys like us. And let me tell you something else. It's going to be coming with a bang. And I'm not talking about the bang bang that was going on in the bedroom with me and Phil. I'm talking about the bang bang clicking with the Nashers, baby. Gears E-Day's going to rock the show. Game of the year. We're winning it this year. We're going in. We're taking Keely out. Suck it, Keely, because we're coming for you this year, baby. Woo! The booty's still living, baby. It's in me.
Oh my.
That's right, baby.
All right.
That's fucking right.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go ahead. I guess I'll go ahead.
Question?
I was going to say, I'm going to go ahead and take the reins and get another question. I'm actually trying to see if there is a disconnect here between the chats. Nope. Okay. I'm just making sure.
I'm not sure.
Because my computer's running.
They're probably just so jealous that I'm going out to eat at this fancy restaurant that none of them can afford. I mean, I would be a little bit bitter too. I mean, who doesn't want to eat at the fancy living restaurant? I mean, come on now, baby. The bread is to die for. I'm going to be walking out with bread in my pants. I'm going to be walking out like this. Sir, what is that in your pants? Run! Run as fast as you can. It's the last time we take Game Pass man out on a fucking company event.
I would imagine, but I guess because I've got a couple here leading up, because
hockey fan.
Hockey fans got one. Oh, boom boom kaboom. Noof is in the room. I'll save my questions. Let's get hockey fan in.
Yeah.
So let's get him.
Let's see what's up, hockey fan.
Noof,
hey, Game Pass man. You gonna play the RE9 demo? You know what? I just might play the RE9 demo in my underwear outside in the sun. So I'm sweating just like Leon's outside sweating these fucking zombies as he's making his way through. I mean, naturally, that's how I got to do it. I'm just going to set the standard real high for the summertime in the neighborhood. No one's going to be able to come outside the doors once they see how fucking good-looking Game Pass man is after he hibernated all winter time. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, I'll be playing it. If that's what you're asking, I'll be playing it.
Apparently. Noof was just out on the bike, apparently, and he got done mowing the lawn. What are your thoughts on that, Game Pass man?
I think you're fucking full of shit. I flew over your area. You were driving a golf cart, not a dirt bike or a motorcycle, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it was a golf cart. And
man.
He didn't. And let me tell you, Noof lives in a little gated community, so they mow the grass for him. He's a lying sack of crap. You can't trust that guy as far as you can throw him, or as bad as you can smell his spots. I don't even know, whichever comes first. Sweet mother of pearl. We gotta finish our milk that this guy left here. This guy's house is fucking awesome.
Oh man! All right. Well, I guess the two other questions now that I got. The first one, because we're going to be off next week, obviously, and this will lead into the second one. But what are you going to do with yourself next week, being that you will not have an appearance on Gamin' Ain't Easy?
Well, I figured I might need a little inspiration, because considering my opponent isn't really much to look at, I was figuring I might watch a couple of Rocky movies, get in the spirit, getting that fighting spirit. And then, might go in the basement, Might hit up my buddy who owns a nice freezer and might go pat a couple pieces of cows real quick. He's the best around.
Oh,
And then I'm gonna run up some stairs, and then I'm gonna run on the beach, and I'm gonna be like, I'm afraid, all right? I'm afraid. and that's when I'm gonna be practicing, and the demon Damio is gonna be like, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
So before we get to Talos's question here, because Talos has a question, but this is going to be leading into this is my other question for you.
Oh yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on whose face this will end up being come the meetup?
Oh my God, dude. I don't know whose face that's gonna be, but I can tell it may look like me. Okay. The picture may look like me taking that punch, but I'm gonna tell you with a straight face right now, that is not gonna be Daddy. I'm going to be throwing that punch. You see that hand? That's my hand. That's the hand of Game Pass, and I'm delivering that subscription straight to the skull, straight to the dome, baby. eShop Man's going to be taking a nap. Probably just as he's going to be lagging like his friggin' eShop is when you click on it. It takes that extra second of a hiccup before it loads. He's going to be like, I'm just going to bop him right in the button of the nose, and the kid's not even going to know what to do. You ever hit a bear on the snout? That's what's going to happen when eShop Man goes down. And then I'm going to put him on a Boston crab.
Oh my God.
Example of him outside of the shop. You know what I'm going to do, dude? I'm going to sit there. He's going to be, eShop Man's going to be looking around like this, not knowing where I am. And I'm going to be heavy breathing behind him, leaning on the wall. And then I'm just going to crack a big can of clam chowder. And then all of a sudden, eShop Man's going to be like, and then I'm like, I hit him in the back of the head with the clam chowder, and he's out.
Oh my God!
All right. Like Stone Cold the Booker T.
Oh God! Like the grocery store bit.
Exactly like that.
Oh,
exactly.
Man. All right, we got more coming in from the chat. We got Talos in here.
All right. Game Pass, man. Have you got a Gears of War outfit for the E-Day show? Oh yeah, baby. All I have little. Okay, so I'm gonna have like a little loincloth covering me, and then I have these little cogs that are gonna be covering my nipples, and then yeah, basically I'm gonna put on Kate's hair. I'm gonna have like a little swoop like Kate.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
I'm just gonna be an absolute. Actually, yeah. Well, that's one outfit. That's in case it's really hot out. I'm gonna use that one so I can be breathing and I can be aerodynamic for when I fight. I have the little cogs on my nipples. But then again, I might dress up as Queen Nira. I might be looking scandalous up there with some 6-inch heels. You know what I mean? Good Daddy's always looking for a good time. So
Jesus.
You never know. You never know. You never
know.
We're leaning towards cogs on the nipples. That's what we're leaning towards. We are leaning that way.
Jesus Christ. All right, we got another one from Scott here for you. I think this is more just a word of caution.
Hey, Game Pass, man, just watch out for the ghost of Thunderlips. Listen, I don't watch out for anybody. They tread lightly around me because when Big Daddy Papa Pump walks down New York's main street with his arms like this, not moving for any pedestrian, just hitting them because I'm absolutely yoked up like a fucking Sunday morning breakfast, bitch. And then you'll see. Then you'll see what the real pain is. Tune in. You're not going to want to miss it, baby.
Oh,
Especially
man.
when I've had all my cookies and milk.
All right.
All right.
All right, let's get we got Talos in with another one.
All right. Can we get an Game Pass, man? All right, Talos. Let me see if I can muster something up here for you. Can I get a oh yeah? Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, you got two.
All right, we got
Talos. You got a little bit of both.
Got a little bit of both. All right, we got one more.
Oh yeah.
From Anthony here. I think that's what we'll call it.
All right. Hey, Game Pass, man. What happens when Gears E-Day doesn't hit Game Pass Day 1? Ooh. what happens? You ever just shut the curtains in your office, crank up the tunes, maybe the song Golden by K-pop Demon Hunters, and you just have yourself a ball in your office while there's absolute chaos and there's people with pitchforks and torches outside the Microsoft office. And yeah, I just go on with my day, because you know what? Maybe Daddy signed a deal. Maybe Daddy took the bag this time. Maybe Daddy's not taking the bag on his eyes like a tea bag. Or maybe I'm taking the bag home with me. Yeah, this time I'm not getting tea bag. I'm taking the bag. We're doing a little bit of difference here. It's going to be a little bit of a fun down here.
Oh,
so,
man.
Yeah, you never know. But hey, when whatever decision happens, you'll know what happened. You know what happened behind the curtains.
You'll know what happened.
Yeah, that's right. Eminem's not the only one calling a curtain call. Daddy,
oh, man.
Oh, mama.
Well, all right, Game Pass, man. We're going to go ahead and bid you adieu for the week. You get a week off of respite.
That's right.
Until the meetup for the 10th anniversary in New York. So rest while you can.
Can't wait. I'm going to be resting up by spending the rest of the days up until the event. I'll be chilling at the Golden Banana. I brought my sleeping bag and pillow, so I'll be sleeping there overnight. But yeah, that's where I'll be resting up. That's where I can just regenerate my health the quickest after every battle. And who knows? Maybe Mr. Golden Banana himself will let me bring some T-shirts down there for you guys, and I'll be able to throw them out with the gun. You know, like.
Get the T-shirt gun for the Golden Banana.
I'll be on top. I'll be on top of Perry's shop, shooting in my undies in the sun, fucking shooting these Golden Banana shirts into a crowd of like little kids, and they're like, "Mommy, what's the Golden Banana?" They're like, give me that.
Get your hands off that little Timmy. You can't have that.
Hey,
and then they just fight
you're too young for that. You're too young for that.
But Mommy isn't.
Yes. Give me that.
All right, Game Pass, man. We will be seeing you in a little over a week's time, so be rested and be ready.
That is correct, my good sir. I will see y'all later. Can't wait to meet you guys in person. Maybe I'll have you guys sign my guns. Sorry, might have to do it behind closed doors because I don't have licenses for these puppies. You know, I walk around, you know.
So they're not registered is what you're saying.
No, baby. They are not. So no gun shows unless they're in a basement. But anyway, with no windows. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for having me. I think the Microsoft boys are here. Let's go, you losers. All right, we're here. All right, guys, take it easy. See you later. And if I gotta leave you with one thing, I'll leave you with this. I'm showing up at 3 fucking a.m., bitches.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Mental 9R. He had surgery, I believe, today. So,
oh, no kidding. All right. Well wishes to Mental, of course, and hopefully he's recovering well after his surgery. Yeah. And, of course, keep continuing to send your well wishes to X-Man's way. Of course, we are waiting patiently for him to gain a full recovery so he can be back on here on Gamin Ain't Easy. But so make sure everybody in the chat, you are sending it all out that way. But let's give it up for everybody in the chat tonight. You guys were all amazing. Redpool, Scott, Talos, Noof popping in, Anthony, Frank. God, I'm just scrolling through names now here, and I always get this wrong. Piggles was in the house. Hockey Fan was in the house. Yeah, and a Hockey Fan, he's going to be there coming a little over a week's time and all of that good stuff. So, and of course, Dreadpool is going to be there as well. It's going to be an awesome meetup, and can't wait to get there myself. And on that note, just make sure you guys are all aware that next week, next Tuesday, there will not be an episode of Gamin Ain't Easy because my ass will be in bed super early because I have to wake up at about 3 a.m. to get on the road so I can make it to New York at a decent enough hour. So, because I'm the I'm the one with the with the drive ahead of us, but it'll be a fun road trip. I was before going on air. I was talking to Wicked, if I ended up having more time, which I don't, but one of these days we'll just have to make a road trip back out there. On the way there, we pass through Pennsylvania, and they actually do a tour at what was the Monroeville Mall in the original Dawn of the Dead. They'll they do nightly tours and stuff. RWK popping in the house. Glad you finally made it in, buddy. Just make sure you're catching the replay for all the stuff you missed, of course. But we're glad to see you here. But yeah, I forget the name of the damn town that it's in, but it's they do tours of the quote unquote Monroeville Mall from the original Dawn of the Dead, and I've always wanted to see that. This time I won't be able to get it because I just won't have enough time to get there, and then get to you guys, of course. But there are always another time. But I do want to see that. That's definitely on like my bucket list of things to see is the Monroeville Mall and stuff, because that whole area is just legendary because that was George Romero's haunt, and that's where all of his Dead movies were based, was that area in Pennsylvania. So, but one of these times, but hopefully maybe I can see it from like a highway exit or something, be like, okay, now I know where I need to go, and I'll remember that the next time I'm down this way. So, but anywho, yes, like I said, June 2nd, next Tuesday, there will not be an episode because I will be preparing to get on the road to be out there and meet everybody who's coming out to the 10th anniversary of Perry's Shop. And I am super excited myself because I get to meet you guys face to face. It'll be absolutely awesome. Yeah. And I get to meet you guys on Perry's turf. And it's the first time my son and I will have been out in New York. Now, my wife has been out to New York numerous times because her mother is actually, where'd you say your mom was from?
Brooklyn and Long Island.
Yeah, so her mother is actually from Brooklyn and then Long Island. So she's been out in New York, but this is a first for my son and I. So I'm super excited, and I'm super excited to meet you guys. And I can't wait. So, and it's going to be an epic time. I know we'll be live streaming when we're there, and we'll get all of that set up and situated once we get there and get all that planned out and even ahead of time. But yeah, it's going to be a great time. I can't fucking wait. And I hope you guys are as excited as I am, because it's just, I guess I have like just this big level of excitement for me, because not only that, I get to meet you guys face to face. I consider you guys my really good friends, and to be able to meet you guys face to face is super awesome.
Oh yeah. Get
to see your shop, Perry. And then on top of that, just the fact that my family, we haven't been on vacation in years. So a legit vacation for us.
Welcome to the club, buddy, because I haven't been on vacation in forever.
Right. So get to take advantage of it while I can. But I'm excited, and I'll spare you guys gushing about my excitement of it for at least
we're all excited. I can't wait.
Dude, I'm excited too, bro.
So it's cool. It's cool, man. So let's get signed off and let everybody get on with their night. And once again, much appreciated to you guys all tuning in. Whenever you guys get here, it's always awesome. You're never late. You're always on time when you're tuning into Gamin Ain't Easy. But let's sign off and let's let everybody get on with their night. Wicked, let them know where they can find you at when you're not here Tuesday nights on Gamin Ain't Easy.
If I'm not here, you can find me on Twitter/X, and you can find me on my YouTube channel as the name you see on the screen. Every Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we continue our journey forth in Baldur's Gate 3. Come by for the chaos. Come by and witness the madness, because it's never fucking normal. I'll just say that much. But that's
normal is not fun. Who gives a shit about normal?
No, we stray far away from the normal.
Stay far, far away from it. Yeah. But all right, Perry, the busiest man on the panel, let everybody know where they can find you at when you're not here Tuesday nights on Gamin Ain't Easy.
Find me on the Game Complainers YouTube channel for the Game Complainers podcast at 10 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday. And we will be returning with We Are Xbox this Monday night at 8:15 p.m. Eastern on the We Are Xbox YouTube channel with myself, Frank, and Tim Dog. And we're going to be talking about the upcoming Xbox Showcase, a.k.a. Gears of War E-Day Showcase. And a lot of stuff going on with that, a lot of back and forth. And The news is changing literally every day. That's why I think the show is going to be jam packed. We actually have people that want that show to continue. We haven't done a show in 2 weeks, but people keep messaging me like, where are you guys? We want the show. So we'll be back. We'll have a big show. Hopefully it'll be dynamite, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. And then, when we get together, we'll be doing probably an itinerary of shows in probably 1 or 2 nights. So this show, when Wicked gets there on Saturday night, we'll probably do this show live. And then we'll have other shows that we do. We'll probably break it down, probably like an hour each show.
Yeah.
And probably get 4 shows done between Friday and Saturday. So
cool.
Let's see what happens.
Yep. See how it all works out.
We also have a surprise panel that Dreadpool wants to host.
Oh,
with us as well. Not Gaming Ain't Easy, but a different type of panel. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But there you go. So shout out to Dreadpool.
Down with that, man. That's
and the ladies
really
might be live as well while we're there. So I mean, it's going to be a jam-packed freaking week of content, or weekend, I should say. But
yeah. So nope, that's cool. I'm super excited for that. But all right, and of course, y'all know where to find me. You're here. You tuned in. You know where I'm at. You know what we're all about. And I love you for it. And I love y'all for being here. But that is it from us tonight on Gamin' Ain't Easy. You all take it easy. Be kind to yourself and your fellow human beings, because life is too short. So game on. And we will see you all very, very soon. Much love to y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir.
See you later, everyone.